Hey y'all, Bob here with Fins and Finds. I got a fins related video for you today. As many of you know, I got a brand new kayak, and what I did get was the brand new Old Town Sportsman Autopilot 136 they just came out with. When I first saw this kayak advertised, I knew I had to have it, so sold what I had before that, got this, and I'm gonna do basically a three-part review for you. This first part is gonna be just me kind of walking through the initial rigging, how I did on it. A few days from now, I'll probably bring you on the water review, and then go to phase two, what I'll plan on doing electrical work and adding some power ports and stuff. Once I get that done, we'll do another review on how I did that and how I rigged it up. With no further ado, let's show you the kayak. Here we go. Here she is. Beautiful. That's what they call forwarded camo. And I'm just going to start at the very beginning here, show you kind of how about the kayak and what I've done to it. Of course, you got a nice handle right here to lift it. I added this little track here to put this GoPro mount on. Once this motor's down, you got a good clear view. Up front, you got this hatch here. It's mainly just an access hatch. I got some transducer cord. It's not very big, you can't really do much with it, you know, not with dry storage, but it does give you access to do some, you know, stuff up here if you want to. This is what makes this whole kayak special. I got a GPS powered Minn Kota iPilot trolling motor on it, and basically just plugs in right there. It's all pre-wired and stuff. And let's just show you. I'm just gonna kind of go down here. And I can't do it right now because I'm on the ground, but to deploy the motor, it just has this little handle right here. You pull on that, it pushes it down all the way, and it's ready to go. Of course, this is a powered kayak, so it has to be registered. I got that on. I got these letters done at Iguana Graphics. If you can tell, you got orange and turquoise and black as I came from the factory. So Daryl at Iguana Graphics made these numbers for me, and he killed it. I mean, he did an awesome job matching these colors. Very happy with that. I just added some Kayak lock and load. I got some on each side there, and I could add more stuff. Got nice good tracks to pretty much do whatever you want to do here. Gives you 4 built-in rod holders, 2 there, and you got a couple back there. I'm gonna sit in this kayak. I'm gonna show you how much room I've got in this thing. Sitting back, I mean, these foot pedals is actually your rudder system. All you gotta do is push a little bit each way and you steer the boat. Of course, you can steer with that also, but combining the steering with the motor and with the foot pedals, I mean, you can do tight donuts, get out of some real tight places. Additional just little storage places here, key pliers, whatever. This is where you put your safety key. It's kind of a kill switch, so if you fall out, whatever reason, you have the kit attached to you, the motor won't run anymore. The other thing I've done is I've installed a nice Lowrance graph here, HDS7 Live. Just ran some power cords through here. I'll show you how I did that, but this is on a nice ram mount, and I can sit there and pretty much move this almost any angle I want to, get the position I want, tighten it up, and it's ready to go. But this nice little graph here, high resolution, side imaging, down imaging, all that good stuff. Okay, but again, I want you to see how much, I mean, my legs, I like those tan lines, fully out far, and I've got so much room to walk around in this thing. It's just crazy how much room there is. This kayak is 13 foot 6 inches wide. And this is a real control that comes with it. Basically, this is what controls your trolling motor. You got your prop, speed, turn left and right. You got a cruise control. You can get a heading direction to go a certain speed, and it'll compensate for wind and waves and all that. This is what I really like. This anchor is spot lock. So if I get over a nice brush pile, I want to fish straight down, say I'm in a school of white bass or stripers, whatever, spot lock and it'll hold me right there. I mean, these two things together is what makes this kayak as awesome as it is. Cup holders. This is a little dry storage bin. I just got my kill switch in there. I can put my phone and stuff when I'm on the water. It's, you know, it's nice and sealed on there also. As you can see here, they give you a built-in paddle holder. So I just put the paddle along there, locks it in nice, and then it's out of the way when I'm fishing. I'm gonna go, let me lift this up here. The seat comes up, and right here is where I got my main motor. I've got a amped outdoors 60 amp hour battery in here with a quick connect for charge in it. And I also keep a spare prop in there if I ever need to. And as you can see, there's the graph again there. All I did was put a little through hole port right there, runs it through, and this way I don't have a lot of cord sticking out. To power everything, it's this nice little hatch here. As you can see, I've got, basically just put a cutting board and velcroed it down. I've got a 30 amp hour battery, and I got that velcroed down so it can't slide around. And then on phase 2, when I do get my electrical stuff going, I'm gonna stick a Yak Power 5-port controller head. It's gonna control the lights and power ports and all that stuff. And again, when we get to phase 2, we'll show you that. The battery plugs in right there just to power the motor. Again, all this stuff like this comes pre-wired from the factory, so you get what you want there. Back here, I've got just the Hobie crate that I've had. It's kind of messy right now. And I've also added these gear tracks right here. I got this idea from another guy, and I said that's an excellent idea. So I did that. I could really crank this down if I want to keep it from going out. Got more lock and load systems there, put rod holders, whatever I want to do. Back here I've got my flag and light, the Visi Carbon Pro from Yak Attack. Back here is the rudder. It is an oversized, what they call fishing rudder. Gives you great control. If I ever want to, I can put a shallow water anchor mount like a power pole. Most lakes I fish is way too deep for that. It wouldn't do me much good at all. Going to the other side, here had another track here with an eye bolt to keep that down, and I've got me a camera mount there for the GoPro. Could have a nice forward facing view while I'm fishing, and then one in the front could be facing backwards, get multiple angles. They gave you a nice little spot here to put a couple tackle boxes there, 3600 size. And that right there is how you deploy your rudder. All you gotta do is push that down. I got it locked in right now. The rudder will go straight down. This way when you get into shallow areas, ready to beach it, pull the rudder up, pull that cord, the motor goes up, and nice and simple. But let me show you this too real quick. These handles are actually aftermarket. Nick at Navarre Fishing makes these as an aftermarket thing. It basically has a place to put the ram ball, or again on the other side, I use the Yak Attack ones, and it just really nice because it's really sturdy. And what I like about it is, again, puts the graph real close to where I am. You know, 7-inch graph, it's not like it's that huge, but I'm got real close access to do what I want to do with it and see it. And there's the other side. But again, I'm going to get back in here again. I'll show you. You know, what most guys are doing is they're mounting the graphs up here. Now for me to reach that, I've got to really reach out far because I'm a short guy and this is a big kayak. And then this 7-inch screen way up there is hard to see. But look at this. I mean, this is right here where I'm sitting. I'm not even reaching at all. I'm still leaning back. I've got access to all the buttons, you know, do that, and just right here where I wanted to be. Drop a waypoint real quick if I need to. And, you know, this is perfect. So these handles that Nick makes is just perfect for this setup. I love it. I was worried about how I was going to handle having the graphs so far in front of me with a small screen, but that solved another problem. But again, here it is. Beautiful setup, super big, super stable, easily could sit there and stand and fish in it. And you know, that's the initial setup. I'll be on the water in a few days here. I got my cousin coming down. We're gonna be doing some fishing, and we'll get you a real good on the water overview of it and some fishing action. And then hopefully from here on out have a lot of good fishing videos for you. Thanks for watching.